Hello, friends. Welcome back to this tutorial series where we've been discussing on how to learn Python and Django in 1 hour. So today we will be talking on basics, syntax, and data types. But before that, uh, click on the notification button to subscribe, share this video with your friends who may need it. Thank you. So variable and data types. What is variable and what is data types? You can see variable as a container for storing data, and um, just like a label that you assign to a specific value so that you can reference it later in your program. And in the real world application or a layman term, you can see it as a box for storing your jewelries, your wristwatch, and another box for storing your shoes, for storing your pants, for storing your clothes. So the box used for storing your shoes, jewelry, pants are called variables. Now, the items inside this box are known as data types. So variable are like container for holding a data types. They get that concept. So variable helps you to hold data type to be referenced in your program. That is, you have your shoe box or your jewelry box or your wristwatch box, so that while you need a watch, you can easily access your uh, watch box, or when you need a shoe, you can go to your shoe box, or when you need a clothing, you can access your uh, cloth box to pick your cloth. So that is referencing. That is, while you are writing your program, you create a variable to store a data type for you to reference in your program later, either for you to manipulate or carry out a logic on it. We see this in operation shortly. So there are different type of data types. We have the string, we have the integer, we have the float, and we have the boolean. So let's see that in action. So let's create a new project. Let's name it Python lessons. Then click on create. Click new window. New window. So here, let's create a new file. Let's name it lesson1.py. So this py extension is the extension that gives your system the memory to know that, okay, you are dealing with a Python file. Just like when you have your JPEG files, you have your JPEG file, you have your video MP4 and all of that. So let's name it lesson1.py. So let's see that in action. Let me say I want to keep name. I want to declare a variable name equal, then I want to assign a string. This is a string. So the name variable. So I want to assign a string. A string, a group of texts. It can be anything, can be a sentence. This variable. So this is a string variable. Let me say I want to declare an integer, which is a number variable. Let me say age. Age is a variable. Then 2 is a data type. Data type of int, or int data type. Likewise, name is a variable, and test this variable is a string data type. We have what's it called, floats. Let me say height. height height is a variable. Let me say I'm 6.5 tall. 6.5 tall is a float, that is anything that has a decimal number in it. It can be 6 point something, 6 point whatever, but it's not an integer, it's not an whole number. It is approximately or something that has a decimal point. So we also have what is called boolean. Let me say, is it is it raining? Raining. Let's say true. Is raining currently where I am? So is it raining is a is it raining is a variable. I mean, decide to name anything is conventional. Is not. I might say rain. I might say, does it rain? I might name it anything. But what matter here is the data type, which is a boolean. It can be true or false. Take note, the T in the true is capital and the F in the false is capital too. These are major mistakes that newbies commit. So you must ensure it is capital. The first letter of the boolean is capital letter, and the uh, false and the true or the false, each of each start with a capital little character. So I think you get that. So that this is it about variable and what's it called, variable and data type. So I will be giving you the best practice to name your variable. There's a there is a standard practice, like an advisable way. You can decide to name your variable whatever you like, but there's a way to name it. So I will be showing you that shortly.